Sometimes, we get tired of playing the same games over and over again and need something new, something that surprises and captivates us. So, I've put together a list of 10 lesser-known games. Who knows? You might just find a hidden gem. The Artful Escape might not seem like your kind of game at first. I get it. But trust me, give it a chance. This game is absolutely stunning. The gameplay is simple, but that's not the point. It's here to captivate you with its visuals, its vibe, something truly out of this world. In my opinion, this game is a must-play. If you're looking for an inspiring, psychedelic, and unforgettable experience, give it a shot. If you love choice-driven narratives, Minds Beneath Us is a must-play. With its cyberpunk dystopian world, stunning hand-drawn visuals, and brilliantly written dialogue, it delivers an unforgettable experience. The story is deep, filled with social commentary, and keeps you hooked from start to finish. If you're looking for a thought-provoking cinematic adventure, this game is absolutely worth your time. Citizen Kabuto is one of those games that seems to have been forgotten or never even discovered by many. Released in 2000, it may be old, but it still impresses with its innovation. Mixing action, strategy, and a touch of platforming, the game delivers a unique experience with an insanely creative storyline and sharp humor that still stands out today. On top of that, its bizarre world and charismatic characters give it a special charm, making it a true hidden gem in gaming. If you've never heard of it, maybe it's time to give this forgotten classic a chance. Aged Through Blood is another masterpiece lost out there. Unique, brutal, and stunning. The game may seem simple, like just a casual way to pass the time, but don't be fooled. Laika delivers one of the most intense and profound stories in gaming. This is a game you need to dive into, immerse yourself in, and experience fully to appreciate its emotional impact. Just listen to this game's soundtrack. If it doesn't make you want to play, you're seriously missing out.
I hear it calling deep down in my dream. The wind is blowing something lost in me. There's nothing else to do, there's nowhere else to go, there's nothing else to live for anymore. There's nothing else to do, there's nowhere else to go, there's nothing else to live for anymore.
Now let me introduce you to the peak of visual quality. Forgive me. Father 2 is already worth playing for its stunning and unique graphics, but it doesn't stop there. The game manages to be both fun and terrifying at the same time, making it perfect for horror fans, FPS enthusiasts, or anyone who appreciates great art.
Was it all a dream? Is it really my fault? Things you've done. Is it even possible to forgive something like this?
Strange Horticulture is a mystery and adventure game where you take on the role of a gardener running a shop specializing in rare and mysterious plants. The main gameplay mechanic involves identifying and cultivating different types of plants, some with magical properties and others with more enigmatic abilities. The game has a dark and immersive atmosphere, and as you explore, you'll unravel a larger mystery related to a cult and the history of the place. The story is told through dialogues and clues, and you'll use your knowledge of plants to solve puzzles and make decisions that impact the narrative. It's a calm game with a sense of exploration, but with an underlying layer of tension and suspense. 1979 Revolution Black Friday is the perfect game for those who enjoy making decisions that shape the course of the story. Based on real events and historical documents, the game is rich in culture and learning, as it tells the story of a young photographer who returns to Iran amidst the chaos of the 1979 revolution. Surrounded by protests, betrayals, and intense violence, Every click of the camera can determine your freedom or your downfall. If you enjoyed the legendary The Walking Dead game by Telltale Games, you should definitely give this one a try.
Every single choice you make has a consequence.
You could go to hell. Do with me as you like.
Hell is what I'm trying to save you from, Reza-chan.
My name is Reza Shirazi, and this is my story.
Since I've talked about many narrative-focused games, now let's switch to some pure fun. Orcs Must Die is a tower defense game where you need to set up your defense with strategy to defeat your enemies. Who doesn't remember the beloved Plants vs. Zombies, which kept us entertained and glued to the screen for so long? You can have just as much fun with the first game or the latest one, Orcs Must Die 3. Can you imagine the suffocating feeling of being chased by a psychopath in an isolated hotel? At Dead of Night is the horror game that tries to make you experience that. The scenes mix real people with the gameplay, which makes everything even more bizarre. You'll have to explore the hallways, interact with other guests, and solve puzzles while trying to uncover the truth behind it all. But at the same time, you must avoid being caught. The game is tense, with a dark atmosphere and a narrative that keeps me on edge, because at every corner, danger could be waiting for me. Every wrong step could be fatal.
Ah, Maya, I presume. Oh, don't be alarmed.
You have to find out what you did and tell everyone.
Another game you probably haven't played is Death's Door. Here you take on the role of a small crow who works as a soul reaper for a bureaucratic organization called the Reaping Commission. Your mission is to collect the souls of living beings who are about to die. When one of your souls is stolen, you must embark on a journey to recover it, exploring a mysterious and dark world where creatures refuse to die and become increasingly stronger. The game stands out for its fluid and strategic combat, requiring precision in attacks and dodges. But in my opinion, the most striking aspect is the atmosphere with a melancholic soundtrack, a dark tone in the story, and a minimalist aesthetic. You will probably love Death's Door.